Good morning, guys. It is like 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I'm usually never awake this early, but so this is kind of a first for me. And it is stupidly cold outside. The thermometer says it's 39 degrees, which is really cold for Arizona. I'm wearing like a billion layers, and we're heading on an adventure. I'm going right now to my friend Graham's place. I'm going to pick him up. He's going to be kind of the co-pilot on this, and basically we're getting a parts car, but here's the catch. This parts car actually runs, but it needs some cooling system stuff. So in the back I've got a radiator, a bunch of radiator hoses, a clutch fan, an expansion tank, some coolant, and basically I'm just going to have to roadkill this car back together and drive it home. Now, the car is in San Diego, and I'm in Phoenix, so it's about 350-ish miles away. So that should make for a pretty entertaining ride. Alright, so I picked up Graham now, dropped off the dog, and now we're heading to San Diego, whichever way that may be.
It's actually behind us. Actually driving away from San Diego right now.
Yeah. You know, you say tomato, I say tomato. Same thing.
That's right.
Oh, look, a GLA.
That is hideously
Somebody
ugly.
bought a GLA.
Look at the spoiler. There's a spoiler on the spoiler.
It's like he wanted a Subaru, but his wife told him it had to be a crossover.
It's like an AMG.
It's a GLA 45, which means it's like a 4-cylinder AMG. They've been tacking AMG badges on damn near everything.
I read an article this morning that BMW M wants to have 26 M badged cars by 2020.
Awful.
Isn't that shitty?
Awful.
Like 5 years ago, I feel like they were like, an M has to be high revving,
manual,
and rear-wheel drive,
and naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, f that.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, no, automatic. Yeah, twin turbo, 4-cylinder. Let's do it. Because you know what? Someday there's going to be a 3-cylinder M at some point.
I don't know about that.
Because they're putting 3 cylinders in the i8 and the Mini Coopers.
So maybe like an M Performance.
Yeah, like a 320M. Or an M320i.
That just like hurts me.
It hurts deep, doesn't it?
That cuts. Yeah,
it does.
like that. Oh.
Yeah.
God.
Well, that's why we have to keep these old M's alive. Keep the dream alive.
That's right. These old M's and these casual 540s.
Yeah. Speaking of 540s, we're gonna go get this sweet parts car. It's I didn't say what it is yet, but let's just say it's gonna be pretty shifty.
You kind of just implied it was a 540 though.
Okay.
If anyone was paying attention to that.
Thanks to the magic of video editing. Going to Tucson?
Yes, go to Tucson.
Man.
Don't ever go to Tucson.
Don't ever go to Tucson. The parts car is a 540i 6-speed. It's a 2000, just like this car, so everything should technically swap right over. It's got 140,000 miles, which is 60,000 less than this car. It's got a clean title, and hopefully we can make it drive home. You know, there's a bunch of stuff in the back, a bunch of parts.
No cooling system.
It's got parts of it. I don't know what condition it's in. The clutch fan exploded, like all BMWs do.
With the hood?
Oh, of course it did. There's dents like on the outside of it. It's great. It's very typical E39. And it's anthracite gray, which will be my third anthracite gray E39.
Did you bring another fan?
I did, and another clutch and everything. So, anyways, I'm gonna turn the camera around, and we're just gonna time lapse now because us talking is boring. All right, so now we're in San Diego, and this is the car. It's a 540i 6-speed. Black interior, manual transmission, 3 pedals, as it should be. So what happened under here is the clutch fan blew up and it took out the whole hood pretty badly. It actually went through the hood, which is kind of funny. So now we just took a bunch of stuff out. As you can see, the expansion tank got destroyed pretty bad. The fan shroud's not looking great either. One of these hoses wasn't great, but otherwise, serviceable. So we're gonna try and put it back together and see what happens. All right, so we got all the nasty old crap out and the cancer insulation out. You can actually see the hole right there. You can see right through it. It's for additional cooling. You know, it's a BMW invented feature. We've got the new radiator here. This is some Onyx brand that I bought for like a bit under $100, so I'm sure it's the highest quality.
Feels like really high quality.
Fan shroud, this new one, quote unquote new, is a little cracked, but it's better than the one that was there, so I'll give it that. So now we're gonna put everything back together and add some coolant and hope it doesn't blow up. Anyways, so we started putting everything back together, then we realized that the expansion tank we brought with us, the little overflow nipple was broken off. I'm not sure when it broke off. Anyways, so we're going to O'Reilly's now to get another one. It's only about 70 bucks and they have one in stock like a mile away. So that's pretty good. I wasn't expecting them to have it in stock. But
other than that, most of it's done already.
Yeah, I mean, the fan clutch is on, the new radiator's in, the new
I got
hoses
all out
are
while
in.
you were gossiping with your new friend.
California, brah.
It seems like a decent, it should run though.
Yeah, I mean, the car seat, knock on fake wood. It's real wood, like a very thin layer.
It's a very thin layer of real wood, glued onto like a metal sheet.
It's wood being like contained for its dear life under captivity, you know.
Homeless people.
LA, or San Diego.
San Diego.
I'll edit that out, or not. All right, so we're gonna get the part and maybe something to eat.
And then we're gonna drive that sucker home.
Yeah, and then we'll catch up in a bit. All right, so now we've got the car back on the road. It actually ended up needing an ignition coil because the old one was bad. And after, you know, we went to AutoZone, got another ignition coil, as well as the expansion tank that we bought at O'Reilly's. And it, fingers crossed, it seems to be doing pretty well right now, sticking between 104, 105 Celsius, which is normal operating temperature. Seems to drive pretty smoothly, no real issues. Red Wagon's obviously doing great. Obviously. Graham says hi.
I say hi.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna pull over here and check the tire pressures, and then we're gonna hit the road.
I just wanted to give a little update here. I'm gonna crack the window and you're gonna hear the gusts of wind that are throwing us all over this highway right now. Right now there's a mountain right here. But once we clear this mountain, it's gonna be crazy. It's moving us almost like a whole lane with these gusts. It's really intense. His car's running great though. The wagon's running great. So we have that to be thankful for. But it really is just crazy. I don't know if you can hear, I don't know if you can tell. I'm like wrestling at some points just to keep this thing on the road, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. But I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the road now. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. We're somewhere between San Diego and Yuma. Not very far outside of San Diego, so there you go.
Alright, so it's been a couple days since I drove this car home from San Diego, and I'm pleased to report that there were no problems at all. It just cruised along comfortably. And yeah, so now we're back at my house in Phoenix. I cleaned up the car a little bit, as you can see. And then just for fun, I threw on the M-Pars from my wagon. They actually look really good with it lowered like this. I'm surprised at how much I like this. Let's see if I can focus on that. It actually looks really good tucked under there. The fender's already rolled because the car's on coilovers. Not sure what brand, But on this side, the paint looks pretty good. But not so much on this side right here. You can see on this side, the paint's getting kind of dull over here. Not as much of a shine. And I gotta remove that sticker like ASAP. And then here, it's a little dull too. I'm gonna try and polish that out, see if I can maybe bring that back a little bit. Yeah, it looks pretty good though. Interior, I cleaned it up a little bit, but I need to clean it up again. It's getting dirty. It's been driving great though. And last night the alternator failed, so I pulled the alternator out of this car and the belt that was damaged. And then I got the alternator from that parts car over there, put it in here. So now this is running well again. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this car at the moment. I have a tendency to put too much time and money and care into my cars, so I guess we'll see what happens with this one. But overall, it's in decent shape. It's in a much better shape than I thought it would be, and I actually kind of really like it. Anyways, thanks for watching my little adventure here, and you know, do the usual like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.